Hello guys, what's up? Welcome to the new tutorial from the SketchUp Arc Studio. Today I'm going to show you how you can create some super realistic render with the Enscape 3.5, and it's the interior design with some rainy mode, rendering and weather. Let's get to work. This is the 3D environment that we have in here. This is the simple outside I created in this place. I have two scenes, Pro Shot number 1 and the second scene is the Hdri number 1. You can download this file below this video for training, and you can download the rendering setting below this video. So like and subscribe our YouTube channel if you like this video, and if this video useful for you, please share with your friends. Let's get to work. This is the simple environment in the Enscape, but I really don't like it. So I'm gonna start my job with pressing F on my keyboard and click on the Pro Shot number 1. Everything is done in this camera. So I'm gonna click on the visual setting in here, and I'm gonna start my job with the main bar. For this reason, I want to control all the lights and adjustments about the lighting and brightnesses, but I don't know how. So my first and most important source of the lighting is the Hdri. So I'm gonna click on the skybox. I'm gonna change the horizon part, source part, from the clear to the skybox. Now I'm gonna load my Hdri in here in the downloads, and Rex Master Rainy DepX is my Hdri file with the 12K quality. So I'm going to click on it and open it. If I want to tell the truth, part of it takes a little bit time because it's really heavy for my system, but it's not really a big deal. So as you can see, when I want to go to the outside, I can see this wonderful Hdri in here, something like the beach and autumn colors with the cluster of trees. So I'm gonna press F and click on the Pro Shot number 1, and I'm gonna close it. So I need some rainy weather. For this reason, I'm gonna click on the visual setting. I'm gonna increase the rendering quality to the medium mode, and now in the skybox, I'm gonna click and rotate my Hdri. Some number about 44 degree is the best number. And I don't want to check the brightest point and the luminance power of the Hdri. So now I'm gonna click on the atmosphere, and I want some rainy mode in my environment. So I want to convert some brightness from 18% to the 0%. As you can see, now we have some type of gloomy and rainy mode in our environment. So in the rainy weather, actually we have some type of smooth and soft shadows in our environment, but as you can see, some type of shadows in here, something like that, is a little bit too sharp for this environment, and I don't want to need these type of shadows in here. So I'm gonna click on the visual setting in this place and atmosphere. And now I'm gonna change the shadow sharpness from 50% to the 6%. And the artificial light brightness is not important because I only check my environment with the Hdri light. But you can increase it a little bit, some number about 112%. Ambient brightness helps you to manage the interior brightness with the exterior sunlight. But now I can increase it a little bit, about 56%. I need some fog in the outside on the 2-meter height. So I increase the fog a little bit to make a little bit blurriness my outside. And it's about 50%. All settings about the atmosphere done, and now I will go to the image bar. I'm going to use the auto contrast. I'm going to press F, click on the Pro Shot number 1, and this is my main scene in here. So I need a little bit of warmness in my environment to make it much gloomy. So 5400 Kelvina is the best number that I can use in here, and motion blur is 0. I don't need any type of bloom option, so I'm going to convert it to the 2%, and lens flare is 12%. I'm going to reduce the vignette a little bit, or I can increase it if I want to affect my scene in here. So I want to increase it this time because in all the tutorials I usually decrease vignette option, but now I want to increase it. So some number about 44% is really good number for me. So I'm going to go to the main bar and turn off the auto exposure. As you can see, when I turn off the auto exposure, my environment gets dark and I must do re-exposure it manually. So I'm going to click on the visual setting and I'm going to use the exposure bar to some number about 66%. Or you can reduce it some number about 64%. And in the image, I check the auto contrast and everything is done for me right now. In the main bar, I'm going to change the depth of field a little bit and focus it on my kitchen body. So some number about 4.8 is really good, and the depth of field is some number about 8%. So in this place, everything is done for me, and now I want to minimize the Enscape and turn some lights on in my environment. For this reason, I'm going to use the Enscape material editor, and the name is really easy in here, so I'm going to choose the light in MDF. As you can see, at the right side of my rendering, I can see these lines in here, and I want to convert them from the generic to the self-illuminate. As you can see, they produce some power of the lighting, and I'm gonna completely change it to some number about 500 candela per meter. And the color, I'm gonna take another copy from this color code in the advanced mode and paste it in my light color in the advanced mode after the hashtag. So I'm gonna press enter and all the changes will be done for me. Everything is good and I can reduce the roughness about 0%. So I'm gonna close it. Every type of the materials that we can see in here is done, and I want to show you something. Look at this floor in here. As you can see, I use one of the best quality materials about the wood floor in the Enscape online material. So I'm gonna find it from here, wood chevron floor, and when I decrease the roughness, look at this place please. When I decrease it, as you can see, we have more reflection and sharpness of the Hdri and window inside of the house. For example, you can see these kitchens in here, and if I want to tell the truth, it's not realistic. So always manage your roughness and reflection qualities in your environment. So 29% I think can be really good, and or maybe 34%. So everything is done for me right now, and I will go to the Enscape environment and click on the save frame, click on the visual setting, output on the Ultra HD quality, and in the main bar I'm gonna increase the rendering quality to the Ultra. As you can see, it takes a little bit time, and this is the final result of our rendering. You can decrease the field of view and focus on your environment a little bit and get your lens closer to your environment. So 85 degree is the best number in here, and the exposure is about some number about I think 67% can be really useful. So I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna click on the screenshot in here, and on the desktop I'm gonna save it as the one Enscape file name and click on the save option. As you can see, under 10 minutes we create this type of fantastic rendering in the Enscape. So I wait a little bit to see what will happen in the final result. As you can see at the first of the video, I show you the renders of this job, but I want to show you at the end of this tutorial. So 3%, I think 6%, and come on, I think now it will be over. So as you can see, when I come to the desktop and open this wonderful image in here, this is the realistic result that we have in here. As you can see, all the details checked by the SketchUp Arc Studio, and this is one of the best designs that I have ever done in my life. And this is the sink, this is the oven, and other type of things in here. So at the final, if I want to save my rendering setting, I can open the visual setting in here, click on this bar in here, and click on the custom preset. We have 3 small points, and click on the save as file, and I can save it like the for example, rainy setting, and press save. As you can see, Enscape creates some type of .json files, and it's about the Enscape rendering setting, and you can download this file below this video. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks for your watching, thanks for your support, and goodbye.